Queen Joyce lovers, welcome to the channel and welcome to this particular video, guys. If you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Joy, aka the Meru Queen, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. And so guys, of course, when you see me with this kitchen stuff, you know definitely it is another cooking video, another amazing recipe. But before I give you the recipe, before I even tell you what we are cooking, guys, please remember to subscribe if you've not subscribed, like the video and share it to your friends, to your family, and to everybody that you know loves food, because today I am bringing you guys a recipe of a traditional meal. It is traditional in Kenya. It's also a traditional meal in my community where I come from. So this particular food is called MUKIMO. Okay, most Kenyans of course know MUKIMO, especially people from the mountain, watu wa mlima. Leo nimewaletea the recipe that you love. So today we are making it traditionally, and the good thing with making this food, it is a quick fix, because you can see the ingredients are just very few, only 1 2 3 4 things and you're done. So on to my ingredients. So we have onion over here. I have chopped 2 onions. Now this is to just fry the food, to give it that nice taste, okay? Though there are people now who just don't fry at all. They just boil directly. And then secondly, I have these pumpkin leaves, okay, commonly in the mother tongue or in the local language called kanyoria or kahorora, or in Kimeru we call them nyanisha marenge. And then we have definitely potatoes here. What is MUKIMO without potatoes? This is a main ingredient. And then lastly, I have these are black beans and mixed with maize, okay? So this is what gives it the traditional vibe. I know there are people who just don't add anything. Others they add only maize, others put the peas, but for me, that is why I call it a traditional meal, because this is what we add into the MUKIMO. And obviously I have this, okay? This is what now we use for mashing, because MUKIMO is mashed. What is a kitchen without this for a traditional girl or for a Marian girl, okay? And then lastly, I have my cooking pot, sufuria here. Definitely, it's a big one because I am cooking a lot of food. That is all that we need for our MUKIMO. Now, let us get into the cooking. First of all, we place our cooking pot here, and we have our cooking oil. So, we put on the gas, and then I have my onion here. So I start first of all by frying the onion, okay, then adding the cooking oil, like that. So now we cook we allow the oil to fry. I'm using my mwiko, okay, my mashing stick. That's what I'll be using. So we give the onion time to fry, and then now we put the next thing. Fry the onion until it cooks almost golden brown. Yeah. After the onions are ready, we put in now the potatoes. So we now turn them around So the reason we are turning them is so that they can now mix up with the onions to absorb that flavor. And then now here we add in some salt. I did not include salt in the ingredients, but definitely there's no cooking without salt. So like that. So we mix it up. Now sometimes I add turmeric, just when maybe I want the potatoes to have some yellow color. So it's just like that. Do you see, guys? You see how they have mixed up with the onion. So now they are slowly absorbing the flavor of the onion. Yeah, so that is why I actually first of all fry onions. But there are some cases, or there are some people now, especially like my mama, she never used to fry with onion, just used to boil the potatoes, boiling directly, and then now proceed with making the mukimo. But for me, I love the taste that the onion puts into the food. Yeah. So I cover a little bit. Cover it up for some minutes, so that now they can still absorb a little bit of the onion, and then we add in water. So now we open and turn once again. So do you see how they have mixed well? Yeah. So here we can add in the water that you had soaked the potatoes, or you get fresh water. So I'm going to add in the water that I had put the potatoes in until it covers the potatoes like that. Now we cover the potatoes for them to cook. Okay, so the potatoes are not supposed to cook completely until they are fully ready. They are supposed to just like half cook, so that now we add in the vegetables. So we cover that up. So now we check. Okay, the potatoes have started boiling now. Yeah, so guys, the potatoes are like halfway cooked. Okay, so now at this point, that's where now I come in with the green vegetables, the pumpkin leaves. Okay, so now we put them in here. Just shred them with your hands. If you want, maybe you can use a chopping board and the knife, but hey, the traditional way of cooking it, you just shred with your hands like this, like that. Yeah, and put them in here. So now they will cook together with the remaining half of the uncooked potatoes, like that. Just shred them into small pieces like that, and that is it, guys. So you add in a little more salt also, because salt helps in shredding them more. Yeah, salt too inasaidia by the way kuzikatakata zaidi. Yeah, like that. We still don't add in any water because there is already water inside, and the pumpkin leaves also have water. So now we cover up for like maybe 5 minutes, and then we add in now the maize and the black beans.
5 minutes later.
So like 5 minutes later, we now add in the mixture of beans, black beans and the maize. And by the way, you don't have to put all of them. Yeah, it depends with the amount of food that you're cooking. Yeah, so you add in like that. Si lazima uweke yote because unaweza weka yote alafu usikie ni kama unakula tu githeri ndani. Okay, just like that. And then we'll still add in salt. So for me, I've used all of it. Yeah, like that. And then we add in now salt again, but now this time very little, because remember we put salt at every step, huh? Just like that is enough. And then now we can add in some little more water until now the water comes above the food. So just a little bit of it, because you see it is like already almost above, eh? So we are adding very little, so that now when the mukimo is ready, during mashing we will have some broth that we can use to make it soft as we mash. So we add in water to just cover the food. We don't want to put a lot of it. So like that. So that is enough, because now remember the food is almost ready. Yeah, so once again we cover it up, and that is it, guys. This is all that is needed. Now from here we just leave it to cook until it's ready, and then after that we now mash.
5 minutes later.
We are now checking if the food is ready, yeah, you see, guys, you see the potatoes are breaking, so that means our food is ready. Now it is time to mash. So let me transfer it to where I will mash it. We put off the fire. We cannot mash the food with all this soup, of course. So first of all we have to reduce the water. Okay, so we receive the water completely, so that we are left with food alone. So we fill tight like this. Yeah, so that it will be easy for us to mash. So now we are left, you see, we are left with the food without any broth. So we move, now we carry our mwiko. Yeah, so now let me show you how we mash in our community traditionally. Okay, so we do it down here. That's how we go about it. And then here I have my stool like that. Okay, so now this is how we get to sit like that in my traditional stool. Guys, this is how we mash traditionally on the floor. Okay, maybe if you want, you can place it on a top surface if you don't want to bend, but now I am doing it the traditional way. So this is how we get hold of the sufuria. Put in between your feet, you hold it tightly, and then you start mashing like that. Like that, guys, you see. And then now the advantage I have with having a heavy and big mwiko is that unaekelea tu, it just crushes immediately the potatoes like that. This is how we make the traditional mukimo, guys, like that. The Meru in me. The Meru in me, I mash it on the floor like that, guys. So you mash while turning, okay, until everything mixes up properly. So this is basically how, guys, we mash. Okay, yeah, and our food is well mashed. So it is at this point that now you get to know if you need to add in some broth, or if you feel like maybe yours is soft enough. Now, like for me, I feel it's soft enough because even after I reduced the broth, there's some little that was left inside, but with time it goes it gets harder and harder, so that broth comes in handy. But if you feel like yours is hard at this point, you can add in some broth. Okay, so like for me, I feel it's soft, but I may need to add it a little bit more. Let me come with it like that. So I add in just a little bit because I feel the food is already soft enough. I don't want it to get extremely soft. So this is how you add in your broth to soften it. And then you don't add a lot at once. You add bit by bit as you mix until you feel that it has become soft enough according to how you want it to be. Yeah, like now for me, it's okay, perfectly okay, like that. And that is it, guys. Our mukimo is ready. Now it is time to get it on the working surface and serve. We get it here. You see, our food is ready. So now we get to serve our mukimo. I have a plate here. Serve it like this. This is the traditional mukimo that we cook. So you see, guys, this is how mukimo is. Amazing. See, it has got the greens, the potatoes, and then we have the black beans and the maize. Now this is the Meru mukimo. So we can eat this one with beef stew, or with vegetable stew, or with kachumbari. Okay, and very nice, very, very delicious. So that is basically how mukimo, the traditional mukimo, guys, is. Very delicious meal, traditional meal, very rich. You even don't need, you can actually eat it also plain, just like that, and then you can also have it for breakfast together with tea. Like even here in Meru, in my community, people take mukimo with tea even for breakfast. Very nice, very delicious. So let us have a taste. Wow, very delicious. Not because I have cooked, but it's because that is how it is. Very Now you can add in some avocado, or funny enough, there are people who add in blue band, okay, but mostly avocado would do very, very nice. So that is it with cooking traditional mukimo, guys. Very nice, very, very delicious. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys, for watching to this point. If you've forgotten to subscribe, kindly subscribe, like the video, and share it, okay, for other people to enjoy this amazing meal. God bless you. See you in the next video. Bye.